Hey, what's good, yo? Fusion here, back with another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to some first take. But first I did want to look at these box scores with you guys. I have just been looking at the box scores on my phone in these videos. But I think it's a little bit better just for me to show you guys what I see and sort of take... just so we can have the same visual. That will help out a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started. I definitely wanted to talk about these Lakers. So we had a good season. I think the regular season we did okay. We figured out what could work and what does not work. We figured out who we should have on the floor and who shouldn't be on the floor. We're really figuring out things. We have a future star on our team with Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect. We have our future superstar, Luka Doncic. And I think we have some pieces that can grow to be good. Rui played well this game. That was someone who I thought has to and needs to always be aggressive for the Lakers to be competitive. If he is not on the floor and shooting the ball and attacking and trying to find his shot, we will not win games. I had a prediction. The video did get copyright striked, so I couldn't even upload it. But I did have a prediction that we were going to win tonight. I was expecting LeBron to have like a 30 or 40 point night, especially since he really didn't play that well last game. But I still think that we could have taken it to 6. I did not think we were going to win the series, but I thought we would at least be somewhat competitive and take it into 6 games. Once we got to game 3 and we lost that game, that's when I was like, okay, I don't think this team is ready because of our bench and our big situation. And it seems like JJ Redick does not want or trust the bigs that we have. Jackson Hayes, he's a solid athletic big. He can catch a lob, he can rebound. He needs to learn how to be at least a decent rim defender. He needs to learn how to be a decent lob catcher and a pick and roll guy. That's what he needs to learn how to do. If he can learn how to do that, he will be fine. The problem is he's ass. Alex Len doesn't do anything either. And that's our big situation. We have Dorian Finney-Smith playing the big. He's 6'7", 6'8". Sometimes Jared Vanderbilt will slide in. He's 6'7", 6'8". We just don't have anything in that role. And with how our team plays and who we play against, in the West, it's just not going to work. In the West, against most teams, you need a competent big. The Warriors are barely squeezing by against the Rockets. The game before last night, game 5, I think it was. I think that Seguin could have got a better shot on Draymond, but I don't think that the idea was bad. I think that it was another situation where I felt like it was just good defense. It just happened to be really good defense. But I think that their big situation with the Rockets is better than the Warriors. So I think there's a good chance that Houston will lose this series, but I think it really came down to that play. But then you got to play against the Clippers or the Nuggets, who have a solid big. Jokic, of course, but Zubac, he's been playing well on both ends. He is scoring the ball when the Clippers need easy baskets or easy buckets. They tend to find a way to give it to Zubac. He will finish the play or get a foul or make a good play. He is someone that you want on your team, and he is becoming a very, very important big to this Clippers team. If he can learn how to be, I think there's like deeper issues with the Clippers. Like they don't really have a bench either, or their bench isn't very like consistent. But I do think that team is good. They just need to find a way to make all of their pieces work. And I think they're missing a true point guard to get that role off of James Harden. Because I don't think he should be doing that for 40 minutes. You need him to be James Harden. And I think at that point you can probably figure it out. But yeah, that's enough on the big situation. But yeah, that's a big issue. Also, we can't hit threes still. Just look at this. Just look at the shooting. Rui shot the best, and again, it's because he shot the ball. Most nights, he's not going to shoot the damn ball. I don't know why. I've always said he needs to shoot the ball at least 10 to 12 plus times a night. He shot the ball 16 times. He played great. He shot the ball 5 for 8, 63% from the 3. Great. LeBron, 20%. Dorian Finney-Smith, 33%. Not bad. Austin Reeves, 20%. Luka, 25%. 0 for 2 from Gabe Vincent. 0 for 1 from Maxey. No one else shot the damn... no one else played or shot a 3. And there was only one person that didn't shoot a 3. It should not be shooting 3s, which is Jared Vanderbilt. So, shout out to them for shooting like shit. This is one of the reasons why that we just don't win games. We don't have anyone who can hit those timely 3s or 3s to at least keep us competitive on a nightly basis. This will be sort of like a usual stat line that you'll see. Maybe not Rui Hachimura hitting the 3s, but Dalton Connect's hitting the 3s, or Austin Reeves hitting the 3s, or Luka hitting the 3s, or LeBron hitting the 3s. But then somebody else will be shooting bad just to offset that. This is a usual Lakers stat line. Now, why we lost this series is linked to a couple things. I think that Ant is just a really fucking good player. I think it came down to him taking over like the series and playing well. This obviously, like, this game he played like shit. 0 for 11 from 3. 26% from the field. 15%. 15 points. He played horrible. I've always talked about this Lakers team, and I've said this before, and I'll probably say it again until we change our roster. We don't know how to win must-win games. In games we are supposed to win. So the game before this one was a must-win. I feel like that we needed to win that for us to be competitive, obviously. But to make it a 2-2. Obviously, yesterday's game, obviously, it is a must-win. But we don't ever want to be down 3-1. We don't ever want to be down 2-1. Because the Lakers do not know how to play against adversity. That's just all it is. Luka, he will cry after he gets touched up a bit. Were there fouls? Were there plays that should have been fouls? Absolutely. But this is playoff basketball. People want to see this type of basketball. So they did it. And it ended up being a very good series. And a very competitive series. You saw Rudy Gobert hooping. This is why we need a big. Why the fuck is Rudy Gobert dropping 27? Mike Conley recognized it. Anthony Edwards recognized it. Oh, let me dump it off to Rudy Gobert and let him take over their non-big. Julius Randle, 1 for 6 on the 3, but 8 for 16 from the field. He shot 6 threes. Well, he could have just attacked our... I don't want to talk about that. So, there's just very interesting things that this Lakers team has, and they had a chance to beat this team. Just look at the shooting. DiVincenzo didn't do anything. He shot bad. Alexander Walker, 3 for 11. He shot bad. Anthony Edwards shot bad. Jaden McDaniels, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 for 4 from the field. He didn't really shoot a lot, but There's an obvious shooting shot percentage. Well, just shot selection difference, decision making difference, coaching difference. Why did Dalton Connect not get any game time? If you notice that Austin Reeves was shooting 2 for 10, if you notice Austin Reeves was playing bad, you gotta switch him. If you notice Dorian Finney-Smith is getting killed down there, you gotta put in Jackson Hayes. You gotta put in Alex Lane, at least to be a big body. If you notice that Luka Doncic is taking ill-advised jump shots, you gotta put in Gordon, Goodwin, Shake Milton, Bronny. You know we are playing with the oldest player in the NBA. You know that he has to do a lot on the court and has been doing a lot on the court all season. You don't expect him to get tired and have to take plays off. There are times where LeBron will take plays off. As much as I think that it is not fair, LeBron has earned that right to be able to take a play or two off. But he needs the team around him to let him do that. And he doesn't have that. He doesn't have someone who could slide in on the bench and be decent. He doesn't have Luka because he will take a game off. Or he will take a play or two off on the defensive end. Sometimes on the offensive end, he'll throw a bad pass. Or he'll make a bad shot or like a bad play asking for a foul. And then they go down on the other end and score the basketball. Austin Reeves plays hard. He had a bad game, but he plays hard. Roy Hachimura played well. Dorian Finney-Smith is not good enough to be a starting big. He's not even good enough to be a starter. But because of what we have on our roster, it is just not working. Jared Vanderbilt, what type of player are you? You had 7 rebounds, which is good. You know, I understand that's probably your role. You are a really good rebounder, but 1 offensive rebound, 6 defensive rebounds. If you are going to be a rebounder, I'm expecting 2 or 3 offensive rebounds from you. If you're not going to do anything else, if you are going to be an energy player, an energy guy who plays defense, who gets steals, who is trying to defend, I think that Jared Vanderbilt, if he was a defender like you say he is, he should have been guarding either Ant or Julius Randle damn near the whole entire game. Again, this game, Ant didn't shoot the ball well, but that's neither here nor there. They still won the game, but he should have been able to match up. Athleticism-wise and size-wise, he can match up against those two well and take body hits and be able to defend. If that's what we are trying to mold this guy to be. Because there's honestly no point of us having him, because he doesn't do anything. He can't shoot the ball. For some reason, he does not cut. If I see him and he catches the ball on the 3-point line and I'm guarding him, I'm stepping all the way back, knowing that he's going to pass this damn ball. There's zero threat of offense from him. Zero threat of offense from Jackson Hayes. Zero threat of offense for Bronny. Zero threat of offense from Gordon. From Goodwin. Because they're going to be forced to pass the ball. Because you got Luka and LeBron on your team. So you got to do something. This was obviously an issue with the roster from the beginning. I've said this multiple times. Go ahead and check out my videos. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. This Lakers team has an issue, and it started with the rosters. It started with who we had on this team, and we didn't get better when we got these trades. In my opinion, we got worse. We got someone who is a more consistent D-Lo, but still has D-Lo tendencies. Unreliable on the defensive end. Has interesting shot selection. Interesting turnovers. And did I say he just doesn't play defense? Mindset is just off. It does not seem like that he knows how to win games and wants to win games. Instead, he wants to get his stats and complain. That's how it seems. So I don't know. JJ didn't make an attempt to put in any of these guys. When you notice Austin Reeves is shooting bad, you play the other Austin Reeves. Why else did we pick up Don Kane? When you notice that Dorian Finney-Smith is getting torched, you throw some sort of big in there. Somebody. Markieff Morris. Throw somebody in there. It don't fucking matter. Figure something out. He didn't trust his bench. I don't trust the bench, so I don't blame him. I mean, it is what it is. Like, this team is bad. We shot 30% from 3. 29.7. 36. 30%. Just not good basketball. But that's pretty much all I got as far as talking about this this box score. I'm gonna go ahead and actually cut this video into 2 parts. I think, overspeak now already. So go ahead and check out this first part, just talking about the box score, and then I will be doing a reaction to ESPN First Take talking about this game. All right, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.